Good morning, good morning, good morning. September 15th, Tuesday. The year is 2020. The interesting year that we're all getting through, but we're 3/4 of the way through it, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adam Handler. I am an attorney. I'm a partner of Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. I've been a partner of this firm for nearly 6 years. I'm a personal injury attorney, have been practicing for almost 17 years. Personally responsible for obtaining well over $125 million for my clients over the years. What a blessing, what a blessing. 93.5 FM listeners, good morning to you. Facebook viewers, subscribers, followers, sharers, good morning to you. We know that you have other places to be, other things to listen to and watch, and you're here with us, and we are eternally grateful. We are here to give back to the community that's embraced us for so many years by giving 100% free phone consultations, no matter if it's personal injury, immigration, real estate, criminal defense, employment law. You got a legal question, we got a legal answer. You got a legal problem, we got a legal solution. All you have to do is save our number and use it when you need it. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844 PPID law. What does PPID stand for? PPID stands for our firm, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. And Squeeze, I've asked you this before, but I shall. For Nelson's sake, I already see him smiling right now, that smirk on his face. I can ask you this, and I ask it with energy today because I'm wearing pink today, baby. Real men wear pink. Squeeze, you down with PPID?
Come on, you know me.
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up right now, okay? Right now, let's do a radio check right now. I'm going to be checking in. Everything about the show today is going to be very interactive, extremely interactive. Got to do a radio check, make sure that everybody's up. 93.5 WVIP, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a show on personal injury. This is our show on immigration. This is where you get all those questions answered if you've got questions about your green card and all of that, because Zenmar, we live. I know that, all right? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, there we go. Zenmar just gave me...
Hanging up on Zenmar, all right.
I hang up on him. I just wanted to know we're live on 93.5 WVIP FM. We're going to answer all of your immigration questions, okay? Conrad, I know, is going to banter a little bit about what's going on in this world, all right? Nelson is just a man out there. Anybody, if you've ever been arrested, I don't give up what you've been arrested for, but you're seeking immigration benefits, there's one man who is the toughest when it comes to, of course, working on your issues. And some of you, you paid your debt to society. Some of you, you did some asinine thing back in the day, but you paid your debt to society. Do you have rights? Yes, you still do. You are a human being. It's not like the orange guy in the White House not treating you like one. Don't worry about it. At PPID, they treat you like family. That's what it's all about. So Nelson is ready. And let's talk about Adam Handler. Adam is the man. You get hurt in an accident, he's fighting for you. All right? I've referred people to him, and this guy's annoying me now. Squeeze, I spoke to your person you recommended. Squeeze, I just want to make sure that you understand that I'm working on it. Squeeze, I want you to know that everything is working. I'm like, dude, you're communicating too much. But you never, ever want your attorney not to communicate with you. And that is what many attorneys complain about. I've heard it in the immigration scenario. Many of them are now with PPID. They have left other law firms to come to PPID. And it's not that we're bashing any other attorneys, but, and for the most part, attorneys out there, okay, but they're not attentive enough. PPID genuinely treats you like family with immigration, and yes, with Adam Handler, the case handler, in a personal injury. With that said, let me introduce the panel again. Nelson Madrid, how you doing?
I am well, thank you. How are you?
I am wonderful, man. I'm wonderful. I see you're in the office looking very lawyerish. Okay, good to see that. Conrad, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning. I'm just getting going here. A little slow start this morning. I haven't had my coffee yet.
I didn't have the coffee. Did you get your workout in yet?
Actually, I did not. No. Just did my usual 50 push-ups, but other than that, nope.
Right.
Nope.
At least you got to.
It's morning for me.
What about you, Adam? Did you get your workout in? I see you're in the office too.
I did. we started yesterday. My buddy and I we committed every morning 6:30 a.m. We're gonna hop on that Peloton and fight each other. I lost the battle today by a few points, but we'll be back. And I got a good sweat on, and it's all good, man. It is
Well, I'll tell you
very-
what, man. Let's get Conrad a Peloton, Nelson a Peloton, because I got one right here, and I'm going to jump on with you tomorrow morning, man. So
Yeah, you can cruise with the case handler on your Peloton.
There
We
you
got to
go.
get maybe we'll start a social media spread here. We'll get Emma Lovewell to come on the show. Man, she is
Beautiful.
she is good, man.
Well, talking about cruising, man, let's jump it off today at 24 minutes before the hour of 10 o'clock. I don't know if you guys saw, a few calls came in because we were running an immigration segment earlier. All right. But let's just jump it off, and we'll talk immigration because we got a lot of questions today, I see. Let's jump it off with a true success story, Adam Handler. I'm going to give you sharing privileges. So this way you can actually jump into one of your true success story. Today is a very special day. Why is it a special day, Mr. Nelson?
Testimonial Tuesday.
Testimonial Tuesday. That is absolutely right. Ladies and gentlemen, listening on 93.5 FM, if you have not done so already, and you can do so now or safely do so later, I respectfully request, I implore, I ask, I beg, I plead, check out the Case Handler on Facebook. All right. Follow the page, like the page, check us out on Instagram, the Case Handler, because you will be connected to what we do here at the practice, the personal injury practice at Pollack, Isaac DeSico. Every week on Tuesday, never fail, except for last week because it was a day after a holiday, and Ruthie and I slept through it. But we post every Tuesday true life success story. Somebody that's come to us after sustaining an injury in an accident, not knowing where else to turn, but having the confidence in our firm to choose us out of the thousands of other lawyers out there that do personal injury work. Fighting off the people that came to him at the accident scene, fighting off the people that come to you in the emergency room, going with who you believe to be the best possible attorney, fighting for that one and only shot that you have of financial justice, because there are no redos in personal injury. So everybody that you see on Facebook and Instagram that has that smiling face, that big case handler check in their hands, those are people that made the smartest possible decision, knowing that they'd be treated like family, knowing that they would have an attorney and a law firm that's going to fight to make sure that all their medical bills are paid, all their time out of work is compensated, and of course, compensation for the injury. So without further ado, let's talk about Brother John. Brother John was a case that we settled earlier this year, right before the pandemic hit. He was such a guy. I mean, I see these, when I see these photographs, it brings me back not only to the case itself, but to the client. And, these are individuals that once in a while, like, listen, all my clients I get along with, they all have my cell number. We laugh, we cry together. But some of them really stand out. And Brother John was just somebody that truly was uplifting to the soul. Whenever I would speak to him or whenever I would see him, we would have such wonderful conversations, not only about his case, but about life. And he actually put me on to his entire congregation. His pastor actually called me a few days after this case settled and wanted me to be essentially the go-to attorney for his congregation, whether it was immigration or a personal injury. And that's a very, very high compliment. And as Squeeze is walking out of the screen, I will scroll down to that quote. If you wouldn't mind reading that quote to me, Squeeze, I would appreciate it.
When I came to Adam after my accident, I felt like I've known him for years, and I felt like home here. He explained everything to me, which I loved. Adam is such a wonderful person. I couldn't have worked with anyone better than the case handler team. This is Brother John from Brooklyn. Yeah. Now tell Brother John that he's got to make sure that the pastor also understand that, PPID is also going to handle all of the immigration matters too. But this is wonderful, man. This is phenomenal, Adam, what it is that you've done for Brother John.
And Brother John was in his car parked on the side of the road when another car lost control and hit into him. And we have, photographs from the scene of the accident here on Facebook and Instagram. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's not just hearing us on 93.5 FM. It's being interactive with us and seeing with your own eyes, exactly what we do. But, this is just a perfect example, Squeeze, of waking up in the morning, going about your business, not ever expecting that you're going to be parked on the side of the road and boom, somebody's going to run into your vehicle and you're going to have injuries. It just, that's what's so dangerous about these accidents, is that you never know when to expect it. But if you have our phone number saved, if you have, the wherewithal to know where to go, if God forbid you're ever in an accident of any kind, a car accident, a slip and fall, a workplace accident, a construction accident, if you've been the victim of medical malpractice, all you have to do is call our phone number and we snap into action. If you got a case, we take it. If you don't have a case, we let you know, and we let you know why. We're never going to front. We're never going to drag you along through the process unless we know we can be successful for you. But again, unless you have that number saved, we won't know you exist. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Call it up. Let it ring a few times. You'll have the number saved in your phone. We'll have your number saved in our system, and it's all good. 844-PPID law.
Okay, just want to make sure that everybody's participating with the show. It's the 15th day of September. It's a Tuesday. Testimonial Tuesday has to do with personal injury. And of course, Adam Handler, my case handler, your case handler, everyone's case handler, when it comes to accident cases, just gave a true success story with Brother John. Now, I need to make sure that all the brothers and the sisters and everyone out there truly have the number for Adam Handler, the best attorney you can find out there. I said it. Okay, so I want each and every single one out there who care about their family members, their friends, and so forth, your brothers and sisters in the churches, not in the churches, wherever. I want to make sure that you all have the number. So I'm about to give it out. Dial it. Adam Handler will answer the phone. All right. So you got to let it ring about 15 seconds. By the way, you dialing it, you are storing the number of one of the most, if not the most powerful law firm in New York City. It's called Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, PPID. Dial the number now for personal injury or immigration. The number 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. If you get into a car accident, man, you need this, man. Seriously. 844-774-3529. Good morning to everyone on Facebook. I said questions are coming across. Someone wants to know when the banner is going to be up on the F2. I don't know if you guys can explain that for me. All right. So let's jump right into immigration.
Actually,
right.
If I could, I'll just respond to that fast. I saw that someone asked that question a while back. There is no specific ban on the F2B visa. F2B visa, by the way, is a permanent resident parent applying for an adult unmarried son or daughter over 21 years of age. There's a travel ban. There's a travel ban on all preference cases, whether it's F2B, F2A, F4, F3, siblings applying for siblings, parents, U.S. citizens applying for their adult kids. There's a ban on all of those applications. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be filing. You should submit your visa petition, get it in, and hopefully that travel ban will be lifted after the end of this year when we have a new president, and it'll no longer be an issue. But again, the travel ban affects the end of the case. It means you can start it. You can get the petition going, which I certainly recommend you do, especially now since filing fees are going up in a few weeks. But you just can't finish it until a travel ban is lifted. Now, if Trump gets reelected, I can pretty much assure you that travel ban will continue who knows how long. The administration is using the travel, they're using the pandemic as an excuse to implement the travel ban and as an excuse to maintain it. Although, interesting, when you arrive at the airport now, they're no longer testing. When you arrive until recently, if you arrived at JFK, Newark, wherever, off a plane, you were tested. They tested your temperature and so on, asked you questions, gave you quarantine instructions. That's now ended. They're not testing when you get off the plane anymore. So it's interesting that they're not testing people, but yet the travel ban's still in effect. That should tell you something.
Tells you that our administration need a kick in
the just to add, actually, Conrad, the Muslim travel ban, remember that? That's still in effect, and that was supposed to be temporary. So it's been in effect for 4 years.
That's my point. Temporary to this administration when it comes to immigration, there is no such thing. That travel ban will continue for as long as this guy's president.
It's also going to get much, much cooler. You'll see.
I I will tell you something,
That's
guys.
cooler.
After I give out the number, which was very shocking to me, about something about yesterday. But let me give out the number. The number, by the way, anyone out there, do you want to speak with the attorneys for free off the air? You don't want us to know your business? How about if we make that happen right now? Conrad Pollack will speak to you, Nelson Madrid, or one of the proficient, competent immigration attorneys at the firm PPID. But you got to dial this number before 10 o'clock. Every one of you, call right now if you want to speak to them on immigration, absolutely free off the air. The number is 844-774-3529. So if you're in your car on your way to work, or you're on your way from work, my nurses, okay, and other people, dial this number and say, hey, I want to speak with one of the attorneys, absolutely free. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Call right now and get yourself a free phone consultation. So I was upstate New York yesterday, up in Oneonta, and every home had a homemade Trump sign on their lawn. It's like every single person upstate outside of New York City is voting for Trump. What's going on? Or is planning on voting for Trump? We need some campaign for Biden Harris. That's all I'm saying.
No, New York's always been like that. I mean, this is nothing new. You leave New York City and the suburbs of New York City, and the further north you go, the more red it gets. That's always been the way, the case. And upstate New York always goes for Republicans. Trump, Bush before him, or rather Romney. So that's nothing new. Thing is, those are sparsely populated areas. So that's why New York will go Democrat as usual in a landslide. Nothing unusual there.
Okay. Thanks for that input. Made me feel a little bit better. All right. Nelson,
what were you going to say?
Yeah, no, I was in Maine for a few days, and I saw a sign saying, I'm a Republican, but vote Biden, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was interesting. So I honestly, I don't know what to expect. I don't know who's going to win. I think it's still up in the air. You know, it feels, I was talking to my wife yesterday, and I said, you know, it feels like your team is up and there's like 2 minutes left on the clock and the opposing team has the ball. You know, I mean, I'm hoping there's no gaffes in the next, 50 days, 49 days. But we'll see.
Okay. All right. So let's jump into some immigration questions with you guys. All right. Here's the first question. I am going to travel to Mexico. I haven't gotten my green card yet. I have advanced parole. Can I come back to America?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah. He has advanced parole. It's valid. He can use parole.
What is advanced parole?
Advanced parole is travel authorization. Typically, in a situation like what it sounds like here, he's married. He's applying for adjustment of status. Once you apply for adjustment of status, you can't leave the country. And an application for adjustment of status, by the way, means you're applying to get your green card in the United States. You entered with a visa, typically married to a citizen or in status, applying for your employment, whatever. But you can't travel once you submit that application without permission. If you do, you abandon your application and you can't get back in. It's a whole mess. So you get travel authorization. That's called advanced parole. It's usually good for a year, and you can travel with it. That's what he's doing. He's going to leave. He's going to come back, and hopefully he won't have a problem coming back in. Normally, there's no problem unless they find out he committed some crime or there's an outstanding warrant or who knows what. Other than that, he has a clean record. Shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, you heard it from Conrad, the voice, the maestro. All right, you can call the firm, ladies and gentlemen, at 844. There we go. The piano's back. I haven't heard that in a while. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. What is that? That is the number for the firm. That is the number that you call right now to get yourself a free consultation. After that, you hire Nelson. You hire Conrad. All right. 844-774-3529. We've got another question here.
Hello, Squeeze, I'm sorry. Yeah. Before we get into the question, and I'm surprised Conrad hasn't mentioned this, filing fees. Filing fees are going up in 2 weeks, guys. So the longer you wait, the more you're going to pay to file any sort of application or petition. So keep that in mind. I think effective October 2nd, the new increased filing fees, become applicable. So
And
something
we've
to
been
think
talking
about.
about this all summer. So
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you've not taken advantage of it, shame on you. I mean, literally, you, Conrad, Andrea, Alan, you've been talking about the filing fees going up for months now. And it's not only a few dollars, it's significant money, isn't it?
Yep.
Correct.
It is. Citizenship right now costs $725 to file. It's going to double.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, the number to call is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. The show is called Cruising with the Case Handler. It's a show on personal injury and immigration. We spoke with Adam Handler earlier, where he spoke about a testimonial Tuesday. That's where on Tuesdays we do a true success story. And now we're speaking on immigration. The number for the firm, PPID, which they're all at, is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Here's another question. How can I get an affidavit of support if my petitioner is now disabled and not working at the moment?
You need a joint sponsor. So your petitioner always has to file an affidavit of support on your behalf. The petitioner is the person who filed the petition on your behalf. If that person is unemployed and doesn't have the economic resources, you need to get a joint sponsor.
Okay, as simple as that. 844-774-3529. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, want to remind you all, please, okay, follow the pages, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, that's PPID. Also want to remind you to, of course, check out the case handler page on personal injury. And I want every one of you to store the phone number, all right? Once again, 844-774-3529. You need this firm because at some point you will need attorneys. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Want to ensure that every one of you have that number stored, ladies and gentlemen, in your phone. 844-774-3529. Make it PPID, ladies and gentlemen. Very important that you have that number stored. 844-774-3529. Let's get back to another question here. And then, of course, it says here, my family, wife and kid are stuck out of the United States since January 2020. It's over 8 months due to COVID-19. The country has travel restrictions and no flight to the United States. We are a green card holder. My daughter is doing distance learning Monday through Friday. What can I do so they have no issue while traveling back to the US after 12 months or close to 12 months? People are still, well, yeah, I guess, yeah. People are still locked out of the United States, as we spoke earlier. Go on. Is there anything that can be done?
Conrad?
Your mic was, yes.
Go ahead. I'll defer to Conrad.
Well, look, when you have a green card, that means you're a permanent resident of the United States. You're supposed to live in the United States. That means your permanent residence here. Generally speaking, that means you spend at least 6 months or more of your time every year in the United States. Now, if you're out for more than a year, you technically abandon your residence. Now, there are exceptions to that rule. And in this case, sounds like they haven't been out yet more than a year, in which case they should get back as soon as possible if that's the case. If it's already been more than a year, I hope they've been going to the American consulate and trying and explaining to them that they can't go back for whatever reason. If they haven't, they should get to the U.S. consulate, wherever they are, immediately to document their efforts to come back. If they've documented no effort to come back here, have been out for more than a year or longer, they are in danger of losing their green card. There are exceptions, and this is an unusual time. This is a very common problem this year. It's been a very common situation that we've encountered. You need to make sure that you can demonstrate your efforts. Number one, that you tried to come back, you've contacted the post, you've had airline tickets, they were canceled, whatever. In addition, you have to show contacts to the United States. Show that you have a job here. Show that you have property here, that you have a lot of family here, you have money in the bank here. You want to show that you have contacts in the United States that you haven't abandoned, that you haven't given up on. All of those factors come into play.
You know, I just want to add to what Conrad said. You know, a lot of people are using COVID as an excuse. You know, people are still traveling in and outside of the United States. and it's something you have to think about. COVID hasn't been around for the last year. COVID really hit bad, I'd say, starting March. And, things have obviously somewhat simmered. But these are all things people need to take into consideration. You can't just blame COVID and close your eyes. So as Conrad said, if you can come back, you should definitely make an effort to come back. Whether you want to come back or not is another issue. But obviously, if you have people entering the United States from whatever country you're in, it will create a problem for you. Immigration is not stupid. You're not going to fool immigration. Immigration is going to say, look, there was thousands of other people that entered, hypothetically from the Dominican Republic. Why couldn't you enter? So, it's something to think about and something to carefully consider.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the number for the firm is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. I still want for you guys, though, to expound a little bit on the fact that the filing fees are going up. We can't mention that enough. And I don't know if you guys can give us any idea as to by how much those filing fees are going up and where. All right, because it's extremely important because some of them.
So the filing fees are going up across the board. All applications, all petitions, all USCIS fees. Typically to file any application with CIS, there is a filing fee that's involved. Everything is increasing. As to the amount, it depends on the application. There's obviously many, many different applications, but as Conrad said, one of the biggest increases is in citizenship. It's almost doubling, so if you are waiting or you've been waiting, get moving because effective October 2nd, it will now cost after October 2nd, it will cost double what it costs now to file for citizenship.
Wow, unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cruisin with a case handler. Going to be flipping it over to Adam Handler. I want for him to speak a little bit about what it is that we need to do if and when we get hurt in an accident at that time, if we are capable of doing anything. So it's extremely important that we gather information and so forth. So I'll let him expound as our personal injury attorney, as our accident attorney, as our case handler in a minute or two. But with that said, I want to give the number for the firm. All right. I want everyone to have this. If you're on Facebook, if you're on 93.5 FM, do me a favor, share what it is that you're watching on Facebook. If you're listening by way of radio, text it, the phone number to someone or store it in your phone. And the phone number for the firm, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, referred to as PPID, is 844-774-3529. Once again, 844-774-3529. You heard the Maverick, aka Nelson Madrid, one of the attorneys that's been there for over 13 years. All right. He wants to actually help you. So make sure you reach out to him, 844-774-3529. Your questions will be answered for free in a consultation, and then you hire them. 844-774-3529. And you guys have 3 offices, right? One in Brooklyn, one in Peekskill, one in New York City, 225 Broadway. I'll give it the one that none of you know as much as I do. 225 Broadway, New York, New York. All right. What about the others?
On the 3rd floor. Just remember that.
On the 3rd floor. All right. And the Brooklyn office is where, Nelson?
That's a great question. Conrad, the Brooklyn office?
10, no, is it? Yeah, 10. The office has been closed for a while, but it's on Avenue I, McDonald Avenue. 107 Avenue I in Brooklyn, right off of McDonald Avenue. It's right by the J train, I believe, and the B11 bus. We haven't opened that office yet, and it's in the works. We've been more or less concentrating on getting our New York City office back up and running, which we have, and also Peekskill. Our office in Peekskill is very active. We have a lot of people up in Westchester that have been coming to visit us in Peekskill, taking all necessary precautions and social distancing and wearing masks and all of that, of course. But we haven't gotten to Brooklyn yet. We're working on it. But it's 107 Avenue I. Gotcha.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Social media is where we're at right now, Facebook. And remember, we're here. Share. Denisa Joseph, Carol Anderson, everybody out there, everybody watching us, thank you so much for sharing. All right. Remember, this show is on personal injury. It's also on immigration, and we want everyone to have that phone number, 844-774-3529. I'm going to flip it to Adam Handler. The shark is what I call him because of how good he is getting that money from the insurance companies. All right. Well, I also want people to understand there's certain things we're supposed to do when we get hurt in an accident, or we should ask our loved ones or people around us to do so, our preparation for what it is to come. All right. Because the other guys, the insurance company, they have attorneys and other people working for them. All right. You need to have yourself an excellent attorney. So let me put it to Adam Handler and let him tell us what it is that needs to be done. God forbid we are able to do something if we get hurt in an accident.
Well, Squeeze, it's pretty much common sense. You get into an accident, what's the first thing you do? You call 911, right? You get the police. I'm talking about car accidents. You want to get the police there. And if you're injured, of course, they'll dispatch emergency medical service to you. If you get hurt at job, speak to your foreman, speak to your supervisor, speak to a coworker, make sure somebody knows what's going on, somebody knows what's happening, and especially somebody knows what's happening the way it really happened. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that somebody's gone to a workplace accident and 2 hours later, there's a completely different version of the story that the job has come up with. Oh yeah, you were up on a ladder you shouldn't have been, or you're using tools that we told you not to use, when really an hour before you got hurt, you were given strict instructions to use that ladder or to use that tool. They try to cover their own ass, and usually to the detriment of the injured party. And a lot of these accidents, are serious accidents that you can't really do anything. Either you're in such pain you can't get out of your vehicle and take photographs of the damage. If you can, of course, do it. Or, I have workplace accidents that people have been knocked unconscious and been carried away on stretchers. But coworkers have taken photographs. Coworkers have said to the guy, listen, we got your back. If anybody needs our help, let us know. We'll give a statement. So generally speaking, in the 17 years that I've been doing this, it does kind of come together organically as far as, the evidence coming, but you really need an attorney that's going to garner everything up, that's going to, go out there and get those witness statements, get those photographs, speak to the police, get those videos on the traffic cameras and on the buildings and the Zoom doorbells. We just got the Ring doorbells. We just got a Ring doorbell video of an accident that took place in Queens. The other driver swore they had a stop sign and they stopped, and my client's vehicle was speeding, and that's how the accident was happening. But we got the Ring doorbell video, and guess what that Ring doorbell video showed? Squeeze. Can you even imagine what that Ring doorbell video showed?
Pray tell.
The other car going right through the stop sign. A bunch of BS, and now they're busted. It's almost worse to tell the lie and get busted with the truth than to tell the truth, even if it's bad for you, because now they look like a complete liar. Their case is not credible, and my client's going to get, a significant recovery where otherwise they could have probably, done themselves better saying that they stopped, they looked both ways, and they didn't have enough time to stop after they started again. But to say they stopped the whole time was an absolute lie, and they're going to pay, and the insurance company's going to pay. And if you want an attorney that's going to make those people pay, you want an attorney that's going to hold the insurance company and the wrongdoers accountable. You want an attorney that's going to prevent you from being a victim twice, right? Not just the victim of the accident, but the victim of the insurance company screwing you around. You're going to have our number. You got one chance to get it right. One chance, one choice of attorney. I'm your case handler. We're Pollack, Isaac DeSico, and our phone number is 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844-PPID-LAW. Squeeze is down with PPID. I'm down with PPID. We sure as hell know that Conrad's down with PPID. For God's sakes, he's been running this firm for 37 years, right? Are you?
I thought it was 60. I thought he has been around for 60 years, more than Alan.
Well, the firm's been around for 60 years, but My God, he was not running this firm when he was 4 years old.
What are you talking about? Him and Alan are contemporaries.
They are? Oh, I thought.
Yeah, they both been practicing for the same amount of time. That's what Alan said.
You guys are a riot. You guys are
See what happens when you're not in the office, Conrad? We beat up on you. But ladies and gentlemen, Conrad Pollack, the man is 6'4", 6'5". If he's in the office, you ain't messing with him. Trust me. From a distance.
All right, he's a big guy, man. But big in many ways, ladies and gentlemen. Big where the firm is concerned, and being there for a lot of people out in different areas of law with his other attorneys and associates. And we want to remind you that the firm also handles real estate law, business law, family law, criminal defense, and much more. Want to say thanks to each and everyone for tuning into a great show. It's one of the best things I would say that we have done all year, definitely on my side, because we're filling a void within not just the Caribbean community, but other communities and so forth. People have a go-to platform where they can get their immigration questions answered, a go-to platform where, if God forbid they get hurt in an accident, they can go back to the shows, listen, and of course, select the right attorney. That's Adam Handler, all right? So thank you all so much for tuning in. Any final words? Conrad, I know you want to say something before you.
Yes, actually, Ruth.
All right, so close us out. Whatever you want to say about Orange Guy, or whatever you want to say, close us out.
All right, well, this is really serious business. Ruthie just texted me. We were close. It's 106, our Brooklyn office, 107 Avenue I in Brooklyn, and it's the F train at the Avenue I station. It's right at McDonald Avenue. The F train stops right in the corner, and the B11 bus stops right in front. Again, the office is not open yet, but we're hoping by October 1st, the office will be reopened. And those of you in Brooklyn that want to come visit us and say hi can do so. And in fact, Squeeze, we talked about over the summer about doing some shows from there. We should definitely do that.
Oh, I'm ready. And before you go, another quick question here from Facebook. What happens in the process after a consulate interview for an immigration visa? What step does the consulate need to complete? And is that where they typically put applicants on administrative processing?
I think just to actually answer that question, I think it depends what preference category you fall into. Again, obviously, if you're subject to the travel ban, what happens after that is you pretty much have to wait until the travel ban is over with. Unless, of course, you're an immediate relative, which would be the spouse of a United States citizen or a child under the age of 21 of a United States citizen.
Right.
Everyone else.
Parents of U.S. citizens are considered immediate relatives as well, but they're subject to the ban. Only spouses and minor children are not subject.
Gotcha. All right, 844-774-3529. Here's another quick one. Good morning, guys. How long does an appeal take after actively reopen? I think you need more information on that.
An appeal with who?
Exactly. That's what I said.
So listen, we're gonna sign off.
Lorna.
We have some people that posted on Facebook, Latoya and Lorna.
That's what I'm. Yeah. Those are the ones I'm reading.
Yeah, call us up right now because those are very involved questions. We're happy to answer those questions for absolutely free, no strings attached. If we can help you, hopefully you'll hire us. But give us a call. We see you on Facebook. We appreciate your support. It's just a wonderful thing. This community is growing within our show, and our firm is made amazing headway into this community since March. So thank you, Squeeze. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Danica, Carol, the big supporters out there. It means the world to us. It really does.
And before we go, we actually also have an office in Westchester, which no one mentioned. 906 South Street in Peekskill, New York. That office is open and up and running. So we have 3 offices: Brooklyn, New York City is the main office, and of course, Westchester.
There you go. There you have it. Thank you, gentlemen, for being great attorneys, phenomenal attorneys. Yeah, prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome, but you are PPID. Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico with 3 locations. And of course, we do appreciate you. 844-774-3529. Accident cases, personal injury, immigration, you name it, the firm. 844-774-3529, PPID. Thank you all so much for being with us. We'll speak soon. All right. Thank you all for tuning in.